Hello. Welcome to Grace in Motion Track Girl Talk. Woo woo. I am so excited. I am Patrecia Porter. I am your host for tonight. I'm a coach, mentor, and the founder here of Grace in Motion. This is a platform that is created for female track and field athletes, coaches, and parents. And here we talk about track and field, but we talk about things such as identity, confidence, pressure, leadership, and so much more, like purpose and all things included. So I am excited because we have two special guests here with me tonight. Yes. Can I get a little something on the back end? Phil. Woo! I'm so excited. Listen, if you are an athlete, a coach, or a parent, you are in the right space tonight. I am so blessed to have two of my favorite people that I have the pleasure of doing life here with. On my right, or to my right, I have Miss Courtney Shaw.
It's great to be here tonight. I'm so excited.
Yes, so excited to have you. And to her right, which is her beautiful daughter, Miss Care Bear Carrington Shaw.
I love it.
All right, so listen, tonight's conversation is very important. I want you all to gather the family members, gather the coaches, gather the girls. And if you're back here for the replay, I am blessed that you're watching. This is a conversation that I feel is very needed in the world of female athletes that participate or that are a part of track and field. We are talking about leadership. Are y'all excited to be here tonight?
Yes, you know we are. Anytime we can hang out with you, it's a good time. We're good.
I'm excited.
We're all for it.
This is going to be fun because we're not going to do this as an interview. We're going to have conversation. Is that all right with y'all?
Let it flow, baby. Let's go.
Her favorite. I love when she said, let it rip. Can you just say let it rip?
Hey, let it rip.
Let it rip. Let it rip. Listen, so leadership in track and field doesn't begin when you become famous. Would you guys agree?
No doubt.
It begins long before people even know your name. So in today's culture, what I would say is that with recruiting, social media, and NIL becoming more visible, young athletes are being watched even the more. Tonight, again, I'm joined by a mother and daughter duo. What better way to start off the Mother's Day weekend?
Oh, come on. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Should we say Mother's Day, like type of edition or something?
Yeah.
I mean,
you're
just
a mother
a little
to many,
bit.
though. Mother's
Yes.
Day is every day for us. But yeah, we're going to celebrate this weekend for sure.
I love it. Carrie, you look like you're nervous. You nervous? Do we need to go do a workout?
Maybe.
Oh, she's
shake out.
always ready. A little shake out.
Yes.
Shake it out. Shake it out. So, Courtney Shaw, I'm going to start with you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, first of all, I'm a wife, first and foremost. Just celebrated 23 years of marriage. Shout out to Jeffrey Michael Shaw listening in tonight. Hey, that is a huge accomplishment in this day and age. I'm a mom of 3, 2 teens and a toddler. Our oldest son, Kingston, we sent off to college in January. He got a full ride to University of Illinois. He's an outside linebacker edge. So he has literally just wrapped his first spring of school and football, and he's coming home for high school graduation this weekend. So such a blessing. And then, of course, we got Care Bear Shaw, our 13-year-old, our track girl, which is so cool that she's fallen in love with the sport. And we had a surprise little one. So we have a 3-year-old, Brighton. So
life
started is busy. It's crazy on the family front. But a little bit of my background. I'm an author, speaker, a former Mrs. Florida America, which was totally crazy experience. Just have such a passion to mentor athletes. I'm a member of the President's Council of Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition, and eventually ended up into the NIL space. So now I'm the Director of Communications at Influencer Council. Yes, snap it up.
Let's go get that.
Dan, Ronnie, shout out to my guys for sure. We're based here out of Lake Mary, Florida. We're a full sports management firm, so we do everything from legal, financial, recruiting, portal negotiations, again, the financial management, stewardship, education to these athletes.
Right. Yes.
And my lane, I help with media training and mentoring and brand development and helping these athletes figure out who they are when they hang up the spikes or the cleats, because, you know, your sport is not who you are, it's what you do. So that's my passion, is really helping them kind of unlock that and then activate that with brand partnerships.
I love that.
Yeah, girl.
Awesome. Thank you. I think that we might need to sign her up to be a co-host or something. Like she just does her thing.
Coach Felix and Valen told me all the time, but I just
sorry.
willingly say yes. You're easy to say yes to.
Oh, sweet, thank you. So, how did we meet? Can we bridge the gap here?
Yeah, definitely shout out to Yolanda for the hookup, for the friend hookup.
There we
Like
go.
I love friends that share good friends. Those are my
right.
people.
That's right.
Her daughter Baylor was running track with you. I coached
Yes.
Baylor in soccer, and her and Care grew up playing sports together. And she's like, Court, Care's getting into middle long distance. I've got the perfect coach for you, just this time in her life. And I remember we spoke about a year ago when Care had her first season with AAU, and you kind of laid the foundation. And I just knew it was time to come together, and it's just been such a blessing ever since. You have been a mentor, and you've been somebody that I can step back and trust to really pour into Care, and it's been such a cool journey so far. Yes.
Thank you.
Tears of joy.
I'm so blessed that you guys again are a part of my life, and we get to do this thing together.
Yeah.
I'm excited for what God has in store for all three of us, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to leave you out, but I just wanted to say shout out to Yolanda as well.
Yes,
You brought
that's
me
our
a
girl.
diamond.
Oh, we
And a
love you,
diamond
Yolanda.
is yes,
Baylor, come back.
yes.
It's gonna be my
Baylor, we
chance.
miss you.
Come back, girl.
We actually have a chair for her
Yes,
right there. She'll
it's
be
waiting
sitting
right there for
we're,
you,
We're
baby.
waiting on you, girl.
It's nice and warmed up for you.
Yes. So now to Miss Care Bear, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm in 7th grade. I'm 13 years old. I started track, like my mom said, last year. Really just like finding the joy and the love for doing it, starting off with school. So I thought that was really fun.
Yeah.
Winning championship for 2 years in a row. My school has been winning 3 years in a row right now. So yeah, it's just I'm the middle child of 3. And
Who does not have middle child syndrome?
There we
No.
go. There we go. We're not claiming that
Running in her
anyway.
own
We're
lane,
not
for
claiming
sure.
that.
but yeah, I go to Wolf Lake Middle School, and yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Do you run AAU? Like, tell us about that.
I run AAU with Power.
You were with Powerhouse.
I was
Yes.
with Powerhouse,
That's right.
but I run with Florida Elite
Shout out
right
to Powerhouse.
now.
We love you.
Yes, we do.
But yeah, so Coach P, she's really helped me out with everything. So very, very grateful
Yeah, absolutely.
to be on the team with her, to really have her coach me up. So yeah.
Shout out to all the coaches, man. We
That's
tag team
right.
this thing. I tell you what, I love coaching with coaches who understand track, who've been a part of track, who's done it, and who really are passionate about it. You know what I mean? We can have a lot of people out there just telling you to go run a whole bunch of laps.
Yeah.
But we have coaches, and you've seen that. You know, you've had a chance to witness that. So let's go ahead and dive into our topic for tonight. So again, we're going to be talking about leadership, and we're not just doing this as an interview. I really want to hear your heart.
Yeah.
As we talk about some of these things. These are some things that I really laid out, and I wanted to make sure that we address, just like as a mom of a female athlete, as an actual athlete, and you're in that space at 13. This is a tough season, usually. Like, not season as in track season, but like for track and field girls. This is where they really start to find who they are, find their event that they actually are pretty good in, where they fit in the sport. And I'm just eager to hear what it is that you have to say. Like, I want to hear you. I want to hear you. And maybe you guys will hear a little bit from me too. So first of all, what does leadership even mean to you all? Like, what does that look like? What does leadership look like?
Well, I think, again, it's not about a position or a title or, being over people. I truly believe that true leadership and the most impactful leadership is servant leadership. So, again, and I think you do a tremendous job of displaying this. And I'll never forget the first race that Care had with Florida Elite. And, you were on that track and you were there with her, in her face, helping her kind of get the nerves out. And I'll never forget that you were crisscrossing across the field to make sure that she was hitting her splits. And I'd never seen that done before. And it blessed me so much because I saw leadership in action, right? And I think a lot of times as leaders, we're afraid to roll up our sleeves and, get our hands dirty and get into the grind and the mix. But I think really resonating with this generation, I think you got to mean what you say and say what you mean. And I think you got to walk it out too. So that's a big part of leadership for me is it's in action. It's just not what you say or what you tell someone to do.
Yeah. I love that you even said just serving. Some people would say, oh, you're extra. You know, not you, but like as
I know, I get that too.
Yeah, like they would say that,
good.
especially for the distance coaches.
Sure.
I think people don't really realize what goes into it. Like
Yeah.
they expect you to just go out there. Most people get up, first of all, during the distance races. I don't think that you guys get enough respect. And when
No
I say
doubt.
you guys, I can second that feeling because I also did similar events to what you did at that same age. And it requires a different level of training, first and foremost. And so I would say me crisscrossing, running across, it's definitely not for me to put on a show. For those of you who may think it, because your girl is out of shape. Okay, let's
Girl,
number
you just
one.
had a baby. Give yourself credit.
Listen,
like you look amazing. Stop.
But listen, I'm talking about how I be breathing. Like,
Listen,
I be
you don't
out
let
of
that
breath.
stop you. I love
Listen.
that about you.
Listen, if I could have a whistle during the race, I probably would. But now that probably be too extra. But I just want in meets that I have access to the kids, right? I want for them to hear me. It's like, it's nothing better than knowing you're not out there running by yourself.
No doubt.
I know you probably see me running, but like, I want you to know that I'm trying to meet you and beat you to those points, those places where I expect you to be, right? Because I've been to these places before. So a lot of times people can tell you to go somewhere they've never been.
Yeah.
I've been there. I want to hear my coach. I know there's going to be a time where you won't be able to hear your mom. You won't be able to hear your coaches, but you're going to remember the voice, right? And as you're running, you're going to be like, in my head, I can hear them saying, this is where I need to push. In my head, I can hear them saying, she's right there. Don't let her get you. Use your arms. So I try to just, you know, put it into perspective for the future, right? Oh, you can't go with them. Listen, I'm going to go while I can until they tell me to get off the infield.
That's right. And we love it.
Yeah. So coaches, you know, that is a part of the leadership. I know some people say, I'm just going to sit back in the background. That doesn't work for every athlete. Like, every athlete can't just be coached from the stands. Everybody needs a little bit of the sauce out there.
Yeah,
you need to hear
appreciate
something.
the sauce for
Yeah,
sure.
you
And then
need the
it allows
sauce.
my husband and I to back off
Sit back
and
a
let you
little bit.
coach. You know, that's part of
Yeah.
that leadership is passing that baton and trusting you. And you're going to be able to reach her in a way that we aren't, you know, and it takes the pressure off. We can be mom and dad. We're here
There
to
we go.
support. We're the support cast.
There you go.
I'm not here to get in your face or cause you to be more nervous. Our mission is to bring peace.
That's right.
And pass her off. And that way she hears a clear sound when
Right.
she knows that you're communicating, that there's no interference there too.
That's good.
Yeah.
You got something, Care?
For leadership, what I would say a leader is, I would say someone that is always there, like always has your back. And even when you're going through stuff like mentally, or you're going through stuff as in you're self-deprecating yourself, let's just say like before a race, you don't want to surround yourself with people that are going to be rude or beat you down, right? You want to be
Like negative. Yeah.
negative. You want to be around somebody, a leader that builds you up when times are tough. You want somebody to be there for you, but not just be there for some parts. Oh yeah, she's doing good right now. Oh, I'm just gonna help her out with this. Oh, she's not in a good mindset right now before a race. She's about to throw up. Oh, let me just
Right.
go. Let me just
Real
walk
life.
away.
Yeah, that's real talk.
But yeah, so just having somebody that has a good heart, a good character overall, somebody that
That'll
just
hold your hair back while you're talking.
yeah.
There we go. That's good. That's
We've been
good.
there too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think people like to open up Webster, you know, and look up what leadership is. We're relating this thing to track and field, right?
Yeah.
And so these things matter, and it's a really good thing to hear this come from you, because these are the things that athletes want.
Right.
You know, these are the things that they expect, and I don't think your voices are heard enough. Like, we have our idea of what leadership is. Oh, it's doing what I tell you even when nobody is looking. It's showing up and giving it your all. But then what does the athlete expect from the coach?
Right.
You know, what does a daughter or a female athlete expect from a parent? Leadership is also being able to say, I'm going to allow my daughter to get what she's going to get from this coach. I trust them. Let me trust the process.
That's right.
Not interfering all the time. You know, I am an open door policy, or I have an open door policy, and I like for kids, athletes to advocate for themselves, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't run the show. First of all, I don't control the money, and I don't control the kid. So when I have supportive parents and athletes like yourself, it's a pivotal move to be able to listen as well. So I would say leadership is not just, I'm the coach, I'm running this thing. I think we had a conversation about the events the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I had an idea that I wanted Care to do. And the night before, I get a text from Mom, and she's like, hey, Care wants to take 2 goals. I'm like, let's go for it.
Right.
You know, screw my plan. You know, she's the one
it's
out
room
there.
For flexibility, right? But you're coaching me and you're instructing me too, because I ran cross country in the Junior Olympics. I did not run track. So there's a different perspective, right? And I think what we've learned from you too and your leadership, there's a rhythm and a flow. And you said a couple seconds ago, a really powerful word that I think so much of this generation, it doesn't resonate with, and that's process, right? There's a process. And I think right now, just in youth sports in general, not even just in track and field, there's a lot of pressure for these little itty bitties to get out there and like run smoke behind them, right? When they're tiny. And it's cute. And some of them, you can see the natural gifting, but you also see these crazy parents running down the track, screaming their heads off.
There we go.
I get passionate. I mean, we're passionate people too. I mean, you're going to hear me cheering and screaming, and you may catch me running the home stretch with Care. But at the end of the day, it is a process. And I think especially with Carrington, it's so important for us that she blooms in the right time.
That's right.
For me, by the time I got to high school, I was so burnt out running cross country. I had been all over the U.S. You know, I had done the Junior Olympic circuit, and I had lost the joy and the passion for it. And, you know, when we talk about leadership and developing a plan, and there's no perfect plan for all athletes, right? It's a specific plan. We're all fearfully and wonderfully made. We're all unique individuals. We have different strengths. We may have different strongholds we're battling. And I think to be able to identify that and then trust the process, trust the coach, try different things. I think that was a beautiful thing that you let Care do this past weekend. Just go run the 800 and throw in a 200. It's like, what? You know?
Right.
But I mean, how would you say that was? I mean, what was that experience like for you, not running 1500, 800 or a relay or whatever?
Right.
Yeah.
It was definitely something really interesting after giving it my all on the 800.
Yes.
So that was definitely a really interesting race when I PR'd. But I don't know, when I ran the 200, it just felt so short.
It wasn't long enough.
A long distance runner, right?
Yeah.
Like a vapor.
So it was really different. It was a different experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I like? I didn't get a message, hey, I'm not sure how Carrington's going to do in this. Hey, Carrington's not really feeling it. Hey, she's not looking like herself. It was, hey, what do you think we should do? All right, let's go ahead and lock all the way in. That's leadership.
Right.
Do you think, though, that a lot of athletes misunderstand what leadership actually is from you as an athlete?
I feel like
I dropped the bomb. Give me a sound over there.
We need a release.
But I feel like there's a lot of different ways that people around my age or younger or older, they can see leadership, just depending on what it's about.
Yeah.
Like having leadership in school, having leadership in your sports, in anything really, and having leadership in dealing with friends or other stuff. So it's really just like, I feel like everybody has their own perspective on it. And how they process everything too.
What do you feel like is the best way you receive leadership, though? Do you like dictatorship? Do you like somebody coming hard at you? Or how do you feel like you're able to be reached the best?
Being reached the best, just being there for somebody, even when they don't want you to be there, you don't have to pressure them into doing stuff, but just always being there for them, even if it's helping them out with something or just being a friend. Like if you see them being alone at someplace, or you see them not really being in a good mood or anything, just being there for them, not leaving them alone and being like, oh, she woke up on the wrong side of the bed, let me just leave her alone or whatever. Even if they want some of that. Yeah.
I love that. And it's very interesting that you say that, because that's something that I actually bragged about you. I was having a conversation, I think it was either with my mom or my husband. Shout out to my hubby who's out in the lobby
with the baby,
watching the baby. Yes, grandma is watching the oldest. So,
that's right.
Yes, so I have my support team. Like you, I know your youngest is with hubby.
Dad tag team, and we're here.
There we go. But one of the things that I learned about you early on is that you light up a room, right? And I don't mean that like to ruffle your feathers or like just make it seem like this thing because you're sitting here. I really mean that. I've been doing this. This is year 16 for me as a coach, right? And so, again, this age, 13, 14, 15, this is when we hit a place with the girls where they're negative, they don't really want to do it anymore, or they're being forced, you know. Another thing, they are sometimes poisonous, like to the other girls that are around them. And you were new when you came out. There were a lot of girls that probably had already been running together, groups of girls that came in that had been running together. And you were always the light within the group. There are other girls who are a light, but you shined because you were new, and nobody even knew that you were new. It's like you were on this team for the last 10 years.
That's awesome.
And so positive, always encouraging, right? And so that's leadership.
No doubt.
You were a leader through action. You were a leader through servant. And I said, man, this girl is special. And it makes you special because you do it through action, even when it's time to train, right? It's time to do a sprint workout, and you up there with the sprinters. But you a distance girl.
Those sprint, shout out to the sprinters. They've definitely helped care for sure.
They have.
And been so encouraging to her. It's been awesome.
They have. But I want to be very particular, though, because this girl trains her butt off and never complains.
I think because she loves it, and she loves being a part of Florida Elite too. And that, I just want to say real quick, we're so thankful for how she was welcomed and our family. It's been such a blessing. And I also want to give a huge shout out for what we experienced yesterday, because I'm still like floating in this cloud from
That's
yesterday.
coming, but go ahead, add it in. Share it.
Again, when we talk about just the pressure that comes with performance in this age group, especially like the 13s, the teens, the middle school girls,
for sure.
I think we forget to take a pause for the cause and sometimes celebrate along the way, just the journey, celebrate the sisterhood, because track is more of an individualized sport.
So
but
true.
You guys have done such a great job of creating a family sense. And even if they're not running the same events, they're walking past each other, they see the uniform, shout out, girl, you got this, or, you know, they're encouraging to one another. And it's so important. I think it's something that's so missing is that true camaraderie, that sense of safety, and just a true family environment where it doesn't matter if she's exhausted, tired. I know you're doing middle school and AAU at the same time for the first time this season so early. And she never not wanted to go to practice because she was so excited to see everyone there. She was excited to see your smiling face and crazy Coach Ellis, you know, and his wild, big energy that he brings. And it's just been such a blessing. So we're so grateful for that.
I love that. I love that. And I second that. My dad being big and
I remember
crazy.
him from when I was a kid. He put
Are
the
you
fear
serious?
of God in me. Yeah, when I ran cross country, I remember him so well. But
See, Dad, you have an impact, dog.
We
You have
love
an
you,
impact.
Coach
Yeah,
Ellis.
we love you, Dad.
You bring a whole nother element. But I love his steadfastness and his true passion and commitment. And that's what really can create and cultivate a legacy. And now you're carrying that on, too. It's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I mean, just to go ahead and talk about the shirt that you have under all of those beautiful medals that you're wearing.
That amazing shirt.
Yes.
Yes.
So yesterday we went and had a little spot. I don't want to say little, but we had a spot.
We had a big spot. It was we did it right. It was
we had
awesome.
17 girls.
Yes.
And they got their pedicures done because we had to take care of the fast feet.
That's right. That's
fast feet don't eat. You hear me?
Or the funky feet.
There we go. I'm loving it.
Loving these
and
girls.
my dad said, well, first of all, there was something that was brought to my attention, right, at practice. And again, there are so many different facets of leadership. And one of the young ladies said, I don't think one of the girls like me.
Oh, boy.
And I said, oh, no, we're not doing that.
No.
We're sisters. We're this, we're that.
That's right.
But what I had to realize is, do you get into disagreements with your husband?
Of course.
With your children?
Of course.
With your siblings?
We would be lying if we said we got along all the time.
All the time, right?
Exactly.
So every family is not going to be perfect.
No.
But what was important when I brought it to my dad's attention was that we go ahead and address that, although we may not get along all the time.
Right.
We are going to be a family.
That's right. You
We're
nip
gonna,
it.
We're going to respect each other. We're going to support each other. And we're going to encourage each other along the way. And he was like, I got an idea. I want everybody to go get their feet done.
I love it. It was so spontaneous at the end of practice.
Yeah, at the end of practice.
It was such an incredible thing, and everybody jumped on board, and it happened. It was done with excellence, and everything went smooth. And the smiles on these girls' faces. And I think, again, sometimes we can force relationships or force people to trust leadership, but consistency over time builds trust. It takes time. And sometimes, everything is so serious in life. And one of the things we've learned as a family, we've gone through so much, so many battles and blessings and all the things. You can look from the outside and go, oh, it's so perfect and everything just falls into place. But we've gone through some stuff. Yes. But one of the things my husband and I committed to a long time ago is, you know what? We're going to commit to having fun. Enough of sabotaging celebrations and family gatherings and all of this. And we're going to have some fun. And we're going to be intentional about it. And we're going to plan it. And it's just amazing when you infuse joy back into something. Like bonds happen, strongholds are broken, relationships are healed. Like little things that are such a big deal, they become small in the grand scheme of things. So to hear those girls like just sitting there, first of all, they were just, some of them were so squeamish when it came to touching their feet.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
This one next to me, right? He's like, don't touch my feet. When the scrubbers came out, it was like, oh Lord.
Here we go.
But
they
then,
were so ticklish.
Then to do that, and then to see them doing TikTok dances out in front of the salon, and then to go and eat and break bread or break wings and fellowship together, right? But there was no major agenda. It was not, us, talking to the girls and getting down there. It was just letting them bond and build relationships and make memories. And where there's unity, there's strength. You know that. Yeah. And to me, that is true sign of leadership is going, you know what? Let's disrupt the pattern here. And for your dad to discern that, and go, let's come together and make a memory. And you better believe those girls will remember that for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that especially with Florida Elite, relationship has been our currency.
Yeah.
And, you're going to have, and I've talked about this before on the podcast, you're going to have people who leave and some people who come back. And you have people who come from another program and, they're like, I thought it was different. But one thing that we try to do, and I know you can't please everybody, but we try to build relationship. And I think that us putting you guys in a space to build your own relationship, like you said, consistency, it builds trust.
That's right.
But on top of that, just letting you guys do your own thing in your own timing. And you're probably cool with somebody that you weren't cool with last Tuesday and Thursday. And that's what it's about. Some relationships are really developed. And I just think that was a really great moment for, the girls. So
for sure.
Yeah. I think that we're on to something here. We have a special group of girls, man.
It is really special.
And I just want to plug this in. I really wanted to ask some of you coaches and parents to, what word am I looking for? Recommend your daughter or some athletes that you believe are some leaders, right, on and off the track. And I want to have them be a part of what we're doing here with Grace in Motion, because I think that it's necessary. I really think that there are a lot of young girls that are listening, looking to these young women, and it would really impact their lives for them to be able to display who they are, right, on a platform. Whether that's at the conference, which is July 8th. I'm super excited in Jacksonville.
Excited too. We can't wait.
But yes, thank you. Yeah. Carrington, how long did it take you to realize that there were young girls watching you? Because I know that you can see that they are.
Well, it was really about like not even just younger girls, but older girls too. When I first started in middle school, everybody was like, "Whoa, like this girl has something in her." So it was just really like just meeting new people and mentoring them and like helping them out. And then also at the same time like kicking butt on the track, like
For sure.
Doing your
but
thing.
yeah, just getting noticed on there. So I feel like when I first started noticing it, I felt like it was when I feel like it's just been kind of not even just on the track, like on different fields and other stuff, just having people to look up to me. So I don't really know when I started to realize it, but I feel like definitely during track. I feel like more this season, just because there's so many more littles or younger people than me on the team, and even like people my age, like everybody, we're all so close, and it's just like it's definitely really really interesting and fun to be able to train with the younger kids and also like push them to be better and also push people and myself.
So did that develop pressure, or do you think that it matured you?
I feel like in a way it matured me, not so much a pressure, because I shouldn't put pressure on myself, because if I get to be able to help other people out to become better and not be like, oh yeah, like I don't want to make other people better. I just want to get better myself, because it's my own sport.
Be selfish,
like,
right?
Yeah, no. It's a individual sport, but at the same time it's a team sport.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're not just working by yourself. You're not just being like, okay, I'm going to just like run my event and go on this stuff. No, like you're working with a team to get better. It's not so much of, I'm going to do my own thing. Y'all got this. Like,
That's right.
no.
That's right.
So it's
you're
just
working for the kingdom too. So when we start talking about it not being an individual sport, you don't think that you're doing track for you. This has nothing to do with Carrington.
Let's go there.
Right?
That's right.
Let's take it there. Because even us sitting here on this podcast, we can be nervous, but it's not about us. Somebody is on the other side of that screen saying, I relate to her. And I can't wait to meet her when I see her. I need to give her a hug. I need to shake her hand because she is me. Yeah. Right? These girls are normal people. These moms are normal moms.
That's right.
And they're just looking for people that they can look to. Now, I don't want to say look up to, because we're lowercase g God. I don't need to be anybody's God, but I want people to look to me and admire the things that I'm doing, right?
That's right.
So
and
that
see Jesus in you, period.
There you go. That's it.
God's given you this gift to coach and giving you this gift to run. And one of the things that I've just respected and admired so much in Carrington as her mom, because I know the things that I battled with, right? As a young athlete, battled with depression, suicidal attempts, eating disorder, so much pressure. I allowed so much pressure of that I would put on myself, other people's expectations of me, because I had a natural God-given talent to rob me of the joy of the sport, right? And so I've seen Care, like, and part of Care's testimony, and she can maybe share that now, is just battling legit anxiety, and where it was almost trying to debilitate her. And I've seen her power through and press through and surrender that to the Lord. And I've watched her run with such grit and grace and determination and faith. And that, as her mom and as a woman of faith and as a praying mom, I couldn't be more proud of her, right? Yeah. Because I've seen her not allow the spirit of fear or anxiety to cripple her and paralyze her and take her off of that track and take her out of her race. So I'm just so proud of you, and not about what you've accomplished, because people can look on the outside and go, oh, it looks so effortless. You run with motion and grace and motion, right? Like, I think about that, but I know the battle that's been behind that. And so I'm just so proud of you. And maybe you can testify to a little bit of that, of what you've had to overcome, because I don't think a lot of people know that about you, you know?
Yeah. So definitely it started around 4th and 5th grade, because we had a lot going on. I was moving schools, moving houses, just found out my mom was pregnant with my little sister.
That went viral too. Care had it all down.
But yeah, so it was definitely a lot on me, especially because at school, at my first elementary school, I was dealing with a lot of drama, just like people leaving me out, just kind of like
isolate.
being isolated, kind of people bringing me into stuff that I didn't want to bring into. And so then I left that school year. I'm still connected with some people from that school. So, but then when I transferred to the new school, at first it was all cupcakes and rainbows. Like, oh yeah, like, yeah. And everybody's like, oh yeah, like, you're my friend, like that stuff. But then people started getting, I guess, jealous of what they said. They were getting jealous. They kept trying to bring me into stuff. It came to one point where every day I was going home, like, I was like, I did not want to go to the school at all because I was focusing so much on fitting in and having people accept me, because I'm that type of person. Like, I want people, I don't want to have, like, anybody mad at me or, like, not like me. Like, I want to be everybody's person, but I can't be, and that's okay. Right, but just being, like, so overwhelmed and everything, like, going on because my brother was going through stuff. I felt like I was kind of losing my brother in a way because we didn't talk. It came to a point where, like, we didn't talk at all like that. And so it was just, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself.
Yeah, for sure. Just
trying to be like, okay, like, nobody likes me at my school. I'm dealing with this. I don't even know, like, what's going on with me and my brother. We're moving. So much change was going on that I couldn't handle it. Wow. And I physically started tweaking out.
Literally,
people were
twitching.
People were like, what, are you okay? Why are you bobbing your shoulder? Why are you blinking your eyes? Why are you going every 5 seconds?
Yeah, it was intense.
It was really bad. So just being, like, bullied to a point where I didn't know myself in a way because I didn't know how to process everything. So if I because if I can't handle myself, what am I gonna do with, like, being a big sister? What am I gonna do with being a mentor to her to make her better when I don't know how to handle myself? Like, I was so overwhelmed and so chronically overthinking that I couldn't handle anything, and I didn't have an outlet at all. So
until you found
track. So that was just something I was like, I really love track. Like, that's right. This is
you
my
had your outlet.
Sport.
Yeah. And just the same freedom. You know what? Every stride. For every girl that bullied me, I'm gonna take a faster stride. Oh, you tried me too? Oh, you want some? I'm a PR today.
That's right. Yeah. It gave her a safe space, just in I think a quiet space. There was so much noise going on in her life and so much chaos. And I think it really helped her grow in her personal faith with God and just surrendering and not trying to force a solution as a parent when your child's going through something. You just want to fix it. I got to fix it. Yeah. But God was like, do you trust me? And I'm like, I absolutely trust you. She is going to grow through this. I think a lot of times in life we talk about pain, right? Pain and track sometimes go hand in hand. You're going to go through pain. But you said something really powerful on the way here just about, like, what Jesus went through on the cross, right?
Oh, yeah. When he didn't carry the cross and he didn't feel any, like, it's not like he didn't feel any pain.
That's right.
Like, along the way, of course he felt pain. I mean, he was beaten up. He was carrying, like, a huge cross on his back. But it wasn't like he was just carrying it or he gave up. He's like, oh, this is so heavy. I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm just going to give up and, like, everybody can go, like, elsewhere. I don't care about that. No, because the pain is temporary, but the prize is forever. Not even just like a physical prize, but just being able to have that in me to be able to, okay, yes, I'm running and I'm in pain. Like, I can't feel my legs right now. My arms are hurting, my chest, everything's hurting. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to die. It doesn't mean that I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to, like, stop midway and walk off the track. No, I'm going to go through the pain so I can have the prize of being able to show myself that I can do it, being able to show other people that I can do it, being able to show that just because something's hard, I'm just going to give up. Like, being able to show that just because something's hard, you can do it. Yeah. Like, it's not impossible just because you feel a tiny bit of pain.
Right. That's right. With God, all things are possible. Yes, that's for sure.
This translates into things off the track, too.
That's right.
God's appointed time is so important, right? Especially when you are staying true to his word. You're
right.
staying steadfast. You used that word earlier. You went through something, right? And then the enemy thought that he would try to attack your daughter with something very similar.
Yep.
And then I'm saying this, 2022 probably was one of the darkest seasons of my life, right? And it was after losing a coaching job of track and field.
Come on.
Where I poured my heart every single day, was extremely passionate about what I believe God assigned me to do and who he assigned me to. And I felt like it was ripped away from me. And I was like tied up into, what am I going to do now? Who am I? I was so track and field coaching focused that I think God really wanted me to reflect and say, okay, you got to put me first.
That's right.
Right. And I'm going to make it to where anything that you go through, when there is or where there is pain, it's only going to be temporary.
Amen.
In this process, this is going to hurt, but I got you moving forward. Depression, anxiety, medication, right? All three back to back. Couldn't get out of the bed, couldn't eat, could barely utter words, right? Couldn't drive for months. My mom and my husband drove me everywhere.
Wow.
Got a new job, had to be driven there every day to work, right? And I said, why am I going through this? Why do I have to go through this? He carried a cross.
That's right.
He didn't ask to be beaten. I'm saying, I feel like everybody's attacking me. I feel like I'm under attack. I show up. I do what I'm supposed to do. I'm obedient. Not breaking the rules. Why do I have to go through this? I thought I did everything right. I don't think that matters. I'm literally in a similar thing now. But God prepared me, right? God prepared you when your mom had to go through it. Because now she's able to coach you through it.
That's right.
There's so many girls that are faced with the things that you've overcome with. And the leader in you is going to be able to help them grow through it. Because what is the scripture? Through our testimony, people are like,
we're overcomers by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony.
There we go.
And I think true freedom comes when we have the courage to tell it, right? The enemy wants to keep us in a place of shame, right? And have us bound up because, I'm in a place of leadership. I should have it all together.
Yeah.
That is the biggest lie.
There we go.
And I think, again, that, you don't get compassion. You don't get wisdom. You don't get empathy. You don't get discernment. You don't get the tools sharpened in your tool shed without going through. And that's the key. You got to go through and you got to grow through it.
There we go.
Again, I don't care who you are, what title you hold, but to me, the most impactful leaders, again, are the ones that have gone through. And I think God uses broken things to make them beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
And when we're broken and we're open and we get our egos out of the way, he can flow through us so mightily that we can live richly off the residue.
That's right.
And so we have to understand that we're in a battle, right? The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they're mighty through God through the pulling down of strongholds.
Right. Yep.
There is an onslaught attack for this generation because there is something so precious in them. And you and I have had this conversation. Our generation, we're the machete generation. We're just slashing through weeds and thorn and thistle, and we're asking all the hard questions. We're taking all the heavy blows. Yeah. So this next generation can have a smoother path to move about, right? Not for them to be entitled or to take it easy, or I can't make life easy for her, right? The Bible says in this world you will have trouble, but be of good cheer because I, Christ, have overcome. We have the spirit of an overcomer. That means you have to have something you have to overcome. You're going to have obstacles, you're going to have situations, you're going to have circumstances, you're going to have character attacks, you're going to have things that just don't work out for whatever reason. But we have to understand that what happens, it's not coming for our destruction, it's coming for our construction. So we can be built up as a tower of hope for others, right? Yeah. Sometimes it's not even what we say. People can look upon us and see the light of Christ in us, right? Because again, you don't look like what you've gone through. Right. And that is a trademark of God's goodness on our life, right? We can go through the fire and not come out smelling like smoke.
That's right.
And that's God's goodness and his faithfulness. So I truly believe what God has called you to with Grace in Motion, that it is so much bigger than performance. It's so much bigger than a plan or a nutrition plan or a track plan or game plan of how to get that medal or how to get that PR. No, we're talking about girls' souls here, right? And that's what the enemy is after. Again, these medals, they're going to fade. What are we going to present at his feet? That's what's going to remain. So that's the deeper work, and that's why the attack's been there on your life and my life and on her life, because again, the enemy can come, he can throw everything and the kitchen sink at us, and the weapons are going to be formed, but God says they're not going to prosper. And he also says that, you know, where two or more are gathered together in his name, he's there in the midst. There we go. And iron sharpens iron. So again, this is so much bigger than track and field, what God has put on your life and your heart for this generation, and we're just grateful that you said yes. And that you're being faithful to that. And I think God will confirm his plans and his purposes as we walk out in obedience. That's right. So we're grateful for that and grateful for your leadership.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Give it up. A little virtual clap.
Yeah, I love it. Listen, one thing I've realized is that leadership without foundation is just performance.
Ooh, that's good. Say that again.
Yeah. So
wow.
I would like to know from either one of you. Look at her. She's trying to get her curls.
Gotta get that hair right. Get those curls right.
How has your faith shaped you publicly?
Ooh.
In the way that you lead publicly?
Yeah, well, I'll just say this. One of my favorite scriptures in the Word, it comes from Zechariah 4:6. And it says, it's not by my might, nor by my power, it's by his Spirit. People will look on the outside, like I said, at our family, or they'll look at me and they'll see blonde hair and biceps. They'll see Mrs. Florida. They'll see author and speaker and all these things. And your son's, you know, D1, by the grace of God, he's there playing powerful football. Carrington's doing her thing. We have this miracle, supernatural baby that I did not pray for, but God willed her to be here, right? Which shook my life to the core, right? Yeah. But what my anchor is knowing that I cannot and I will not and I refuse to do anything without God. I cannot breathe. I cannot move. I cannot sit here in this space. It's all by the grace of God. I remember for years, I never, as a teen, I'm like, I am never going to be a fit mom for anyone. Right. Never could imagine. Right. But we serve a God that's able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ask or think. That's right. So again, my private life, it's my prayer life. It's my time in the devotion. It's my time in the Word. It's a reminder for me when I try to act like I have it all together that it's okay to break. It's okay to get on my face and cry out to God and say, I can't do this without you. And finally says, thank you. Thank you, Courtney.
That's all I needed from you. I've been waiting on you this entire time.
Get out of the way. Like, let me do this in and through you. That is the most powerful thing is surrender. And I think we're so scared to surrender because we feel like we're going to fall apart. But when we fall apart, we're actually falling into place where he wants us to be. Just available. That's right. And I think that molds and shapes how others see Christ in us publicly. Right? We don't have to put on some facade or fake it till we make it. No, I got sick of that. I'm like, no, I need to faith it until I make it.
FAITH.
Right. And it may not look pretty and it may look gritty and grimy and gross, but God is in the messy stuff. And we got to remind ourselves of that for sure.
Good. That's God. And let God just be God. I think sometimes we try to control so much, right?
He doesn't need
And
our
as track and field athletes, we think that we're in control of how fast we can run.
Sure.
Again, like you said, you can't do anything without him. You can't breathe. You can't walk.
No.
You dang sure can't PR without him.
Or PR.
And run 226 in the 800 without him. Right? It took you to be, as a leader, to run these times. It took you to say, God, I trust you. God, I thank you. I thank you even when I didn't have a good race.
That's right.
Right? I thank you for allowing me to get through this event without injuring myself. Our faith, we say, yes, our faith is our currency as believers, right? And I just think that if you are doing this sport and you don't have that foundation, it may look like you're on top. But we've already established that a medal does not define who you are in this sport. Because a lot of people can have the cars, they can have the houses, NILs, which I know we're running short on time, but I want to bring that up. Sure. They can have all of these things and be empty on the inside.
100%. 100%.
Right? And so, you know, I'm sure there are a lot of people who want to hear about this. How important is leadership and presentation for athletes who do want NIL opportunities?
Listen, it's everything. And so if there's parents that are listening today, I get asked this question all the time. Well, when do you start preparing your kid for these opportunities, right? It starts in the home, right? It starts in the little things. It's the discipline. It's the focus. It's the finish. It's the follow through. It's the character. It's the core development of who they are. Because let me tell you, NIL takes work. It's not, oh, I go do my thing out on the track and smoke everyone and Nike's going to come running to me. That's not always the case. That is a very small percentage, right? Yeah. But what we have to prepare our kids for is how to speak with confidence and clarity and conviction to know their identity, right? We talk about name, image, likeness. Well, each of us have been given a name. What does your name mean? Who are you, right? Without your sport, when you stand alone before God, you're made in his image and in his likeness. That's right. But again, who are you? And we talk a lot about that, your character. Are you on time to things? Are you early? Being early is on time, right? Do you follow through? When things get tough, are you going to quit? Are you going to make excuses? This is real business. NIL is real business. And as a parent, having a child in this industry and now starting to help prepare her foundation, it's opportunities like this to sit down in front of lights, camera, action, and can you get out of the way and let God speak through your life? So it's the little things that prepare you for the opportunities ahead, because I can tell you as a student athlete trying to juggle school and the pressures of performing at that high level. Oh, and then you want to throw in business venture on top of it. You need a village to support you. And that's why it's so important what I do and what our team does, because we're professionals and we give wise counsel. That's right. And the Bible says where there's wise counsel, there's safety. So it's in the little things, and it's documenting the journey and enjoying the journey. And I believe God makes everything beautiful in his time. And those opportunities will come when your child is ready and prepared for them, for sure.
I want you to look in the camera this time, and I want you to speak to the hearts of the parents, right? Because some of these parents don't realize that the things that they're doing could actually deter people from wanting to make them a part of whatever opportunity that's out there. That could be what they're posting on social media. That could be the choices that they make. Even at track meets, I think that some parents, you're out there cursing your kids out.
Oh, man.
You're out there smoking, drinking at a child's youth event and or a high school event. And you're expecting for people to jump down to hire you, or however it goes. I don't know what the language is. Talk to these parents. I want you to really look at the talk
Mom
to their
and Dad, I'm talking
really
to myself
quick.
too. So if I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me too. But I think one of the things that we learned, because as parents having a D1 athlete and going through the recruitment process, is that they look at you, the family. They're not just looking at your child's social media. They're looking at your social media. Are they looking for perfect families? No, there is no perfect family. But again, are you present? Do you show up? Does your child have foul language over their highlights? All these little things that you may think are minute, they're a big deal, because now recruitment is getting more and more competitive, and they're wanting to recruit high character kids. They don't want PR nightmares. Your kid needs to handle his or her business in the classroom. Get the teachers around them. If they're struggling early, get them the help early and get that foundation. If there's certain behavioral patterns you're seeing that are becoming toxic, you got to nip those things early. Don't make the focus on, getting the NIL deals or getting the scholarships. Get your kid right, because I'm telling you, pressure only reveals what's underneath the surface. So a little heat, a little time, a little pressure. If there's some missing cracks in the foundation, it will show. It's going to show on Saturday on the track. It's going to show in the locker room. It's going to show. And so our mission as parents is to get the right coaching around them, the right mentorship, the mental health, the spiritual counsel. It takes everything, and it takes a village. So be more focused on their foundation, their mental health, their well-being, and more importantly, love your children. Love them. And if there's certain things that you're missing, find other people that can help fill those cracks. It takes a village, and Carol will tell you firsthand, it's not just mom and dad. It's ma bear and pa bear, grandma and grandpa. It's aunts and uncles and cousins and teachers and our coaches and our youth pastors. It takes a village to raise a good character, a solid foundation in a child so they can be postured to receive that. So start seeking out your village now, and know you can't do it on your own, and you don't have to do it on your own. That's my advice for that.
That's really good. I think that's important. And I'm going to also add to this, especially Kira, you're sitting here. Do you have social media? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm pretty sure because your mom is in this field that you know better. So I'm sure you do better than a lot of other kids, right? We talked about foul language at the games or at the track meets, if you drop the baton, whatever that may look like. But remember what you're posting.
Yeah.
I get, I lose my, what do they call it? My wackies sometimes. Because I'm like, you're cursing on social media, or you have foul language, or the middle finger up in your pictures.
Sure.
I see it all the time. You're bent over, young ladies, or you know the types of outfits things that you're wearing. You may, I can wear what I want to wear. I'm grown, right? But you may miss out on an opportunity.
100%, and you better believe that they have teams now on staff, on the recruiting staff that are
they're watching
scrolling through. If you're anywhere on the radar,
college too.
Yeah, they
not
do.
Not just NIL opportunities.
No, it is college, because they are investing so much in these
their
athletes
brand
now. You're representing their brand, their institution. They don't want PR nightmares. They want somebody that they can come in and they know the foundation is set.
That's right.
So you don't want to miss out on that opportunity because you had a human moment.
That's right.
So my encouragement, parents, tonight is go check on your kids' social media, clean it up. And guess what? Most of them have a Phantom account anyway, too. So they're doing their thing on the side. Like,
what do
you
they call
as a
those
parent,
a
ghost account. I don't know.
Or it starts with an S.
Oh, like
scam?
I don't know, but I'm glad.
Spam account.
I'm talking about, I get so many scam likely phone calls.
Scam.
Yeah, spam account.
Yeah, for sure. But again, like the Bible says, beware your sin will find you out. Like whatever's done in the dark, it's eventually going to come into the light. So parents, I give you full permission to get in your kids' grits. Like I know it's like, oh, I don't want to bother them, or I want to be the cool parent.
Right.
It is not your job right now to be their
cool.
friend.
What?
You can be their friend after they get married and have kids, right? Like
they're grown.
I'm going to be your parent. I'm going to advocate for you. I'm going to be on the lookout for you. I'm going to hold you to this standard. And we have to stop apologizing as parents that we're holding them to this standard. They may not like us. They may not like it, but that's not our job for them to like us.
Right.
Our job is to protect them and understand that there are so many avenues where things can, it's the little things that spoil the promise, right? So we've got to be on alert, and we've got to have other parents and coaches on alert, just putting a safeguard around our kids right now.
Yeah. I love that. And I can speak as a mom, but my daughter's pretty young. I run her social media page.
For sure, yeah.
But as a coach, I think you are saying something that I can also touch base with. We do have to hold these kids accountable. And I hold my athletes to a very high standard. We run our program like a first-class program in high school.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty much ran like a collegiate program. Because I want them to understand that when they go off to school, they have to be ready.
For sure.
You do not have time to try to clean it up later.
No, it's too late.
It's way too late. You're behind the 8 ball. And so I tell them about their warm-ups. I shouldn't even have to stand over you.
Right.
You should do what you're supposed to do, and you should obviously do it with integrity, but you should do it because a college coach can be sitting in the car on the outside of the gate, watching, listening to see how you're doing. I talked to a young lady. She had a bad event, and she was really upset with herself. And I said, I'm going to whisper this to you, but you do not know who is in the stands watching.
That's so
you.
good. That's so
Coaches,
good.
you don't know what college coach is watching you. They may need somebody on their staff, and you may be looking for an opportunity to go to the next level in coaching.
That's right.
So it's not just about the kids, but it's also about you. And so I go to these meets, the coaches cursing at the kids.
Oh, yeah.
And then let me tell y'all real quick. I know, Phil, how much time I have? About 5 minutes? Listen, I stopped cursing in 2000, I would say, I think it was 14, because I used to curse around the track kids. And I came to practice one day, and those jokers were cursing.
Wow.
And I said,
I said, beep.
sorry. I said, I know
Getting censored, Coach P.
Right, that they are not out here cursing. And I said, it's because they're doing what I do.
They get it from their track mama.
There we go. And so we have to be very, careful on what we're displaying as coaches, as the leader in the room or in the Oval Office, whatever you want to call it. Because these kids, again, they're looking up to us or looking to us. They're admiring us. And if they see that we're doing it, they're going to think it's okay.
Right.
They're going to say, now, I don't believe in the do as I say, not as I do as a parent.
Right.
Because how are you going to tell a 5-year-old, don't do what I'm doing?
We have a 3-year-old parrot. If you say it, it will be repeated.
Yeah,
right?
we know.
Right?
We had a good time last night at dinner. We're not going to repeat what that is.
Our littles were entertaining the teenagers.
Yes.
Let's just say that. Yeah.
They are absorbing everything that we're putting out. The athletes are absorbing it. I've had people that would come up to me and say, man, you could tell those are your track girls. It's just the way that they walk out here. Like they own this thing.
That's awesome.
You don't even have to say anything. I don't walk around telling coaches I'm going to beat them. I don't post that on social media.
Right.
I have to be reminded to make a post that the kids did well. Right? I don't want to say I don't toot my own horn because I don't care about that. That's not the part that matters. How I treat people matters. How I am leading matters more than me saying I'm 4-time back-to-back Metro champion or Metro Coach of the Year. I'm Coach of the Year.
That's awesome.
Right?
The fruit speaks for itself. I think that's it. Let the fruit do its talking. You got to keep walking and doing your thing.
Right. That's right.
And keep that pure servant's heart for sure.
So I'm going to leave you guys with some of these key anchors, right? Leadership is not just influence when you're winning. It's how you carry yourself when things don't go your way.
Oh, yeah.
Talent may get attention, but character sustains.
That's good.
Character is going to sustain. Your influence, Miss Influencer, begins before your success even begins.
That's right.
So before people even know your name, they're watching you. Before they even see you race, they watch how you walk out on the track. They watch how you deal with adversity. Oh, yeah. You didn't have a good race. Let me see how she handles it. Oh, her teammate false started in the 4x1 and she was third leg and they were supposed to win the state. How is she going to handle that? Is she going to curse her teammate out? Or is she going to go over there and uplift her and tell her, you know what? Everything happens for a reason and I know this is not the outcome that we wanted. But we don't control things. And because all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord, we're going to be all right. We got next year. And if we ain't got next year, they got next year.
Yeah, that's right. Next up.
All right. Long after people forget their times, they're always going to remember how you made them feel.
100%.
And I'm speaking to you because you're the one out there. We don't even remember. Listen, I remember how hard workouts were, but I don't remember how it feels lining up right now. I just remember how it felt to win.
Yeah.
But the hard times, I got immune to it. And so I would say to you, if there's one thing that I hope that a young female will be able to take away tonight, and it's that your influence begins again before your success does. And the way that you carry yourself now is what's going to be that thing that has the most impact later. All right. I am really blessed to have had you all on
it's been
here
our blessing
with
to be
me
here
tonight.
It's been good.
Yeah, Carrington, you got anything to say to any of the girls that's watching you tonight?
Don't overthink anything. You're running your own race. You're not competing against anybody else. Well, you are on the track, but you're running your own race.
Yeah,
so don't compare yourself to anybody because they could be on a whole different other track. Like, you don't know what they're dealing with.
Right.
They may look a certain way on the outside. They may act a certain way on the outside, but you don't know what's going on in the inside.
That's right.
So just focus on yourself. Don't compare yourself to anybody. You could admire that they have something cool going for them.
Right. That's good.
Or that, okay, like, what they're doing is really, really good for them. Or they're not going down the best track right now. So I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to help them out if they're...
right.
I'm going to help them out. But I'm not going to consume myself with how they're acting or what everybody else has going for them. So just... what's the word? Just focus on yourself.
Run your race.
Yeah,
because the race is not given to the swift
nor to the strong.
Right, but to the one who endures to the end. You know, they have a whole bunch of different versions.
Endurance, boy.
Talk to the parents really quick. What would you like to say to them closing out tonight?
Well, first of all, good job, mom and dad. You know, parenting is the craziest hood. Parenthood is the craziest hood of them all. I don't care. It tests you to the core.
Yes.
And I think there is so much pressure. Pinterest perfect lives and to be all things to all people and to be super moms and super dads. Listen, if your kid has a roof over their head, they have food on the table, you are loving them. You're doing your best.
Right.
Like, good job, mom and dad, because that's tough,
that is
right?
Tough.
And rely on your village. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help, ask for support, ask for truth and guidance and transparency, because we all need that and we need one another. I think, again, we're iron sharpens iron, right? We're stronger together. So just don't put so much pressure on yourself or your kid to perform. I truly believe God will make everything beautiful in his time, and you will know, you will see, you'll have the signs around you, you'll have the coaches, the people who affirm what God has placed in your child, but allow them to go through their process so they can peak at the right time, and make sure that you're focused more on their foundation of their faith and their character than their performance, and enjoy it. Just be there on Saturdays, be there to drive them, to fuel them, to nourish them, to encourage them, to love on them, and then release them on race day to run their race and enjoy it to the fullest, because they're never going to get this time back in their life, and they're going to remember that you were there. Whether they go on to be a D1 track athlete or not, you're going to give them the fundamentals and the foundation to be able to withstand just the craziness of this world. And to me, that's winning as a parent. You're winning if you do those things. So good job, mom and dad.
That's so good. I love that. Thank you, because I am a mom.
Yes, and you're an amazing mom and a mom
you.
to many. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, you too.
Every day's Mother's Day. Yes.
Listen, coaches, thank you. If not enough people tell you, thank you for the sacrifices that you make every day. Thank you for the commitment that you make. I think sometimes we spend more time with the kids that we coach more than we do sometimes with our own children. And when we do the calculations, I want to say I'll probably get paid from on a high school level, maybe like 27 cents an hour for the amount of hours that we put in.
Wow.
If I had it my way, we would get paid more because we pour in so much.
Oh, yeah.
But because I'm rocking with God's way, he reminds us every day, this can't be about the money. So when you have somebody that is like you, that steps up and take on the job of really sacrificing your time away from your family, time for these kids, I just think that it needs to be celebrated. And I'm celebrating you. I appreciate you. There's nobody that's willing to always knock down the door for Saturday long track days. Some people think that they want to get into this thing, but until they really see what it requires, I think that they kind of question, is this something that I should be doing? But it's not easy. And, kudos to you for you stepping up to the plate. This conversation is over tonight, but it will continue. July 8th, we have our all-girls track and field conference that is going to be held in Jacksonville, Florida. We have the venue secured. I'm so excited. It's going to be on UNF's campus.
Awesome.
Yes, we have a space for the young ladies. If you have not gotten your ticket, I will post that in the bottom of the podcast on Facebook tonight, right after we get off. You can go on Eventbrite. It's under Grace in Motion Track Girl Talk. And again, it's going to be something very special that you do not want to miss. It's only $25, and there will be a cutoff. I am not going to keep it open for the month of May. It's going to stay at $25. That is the early bird special. When we get to the month of June, we're going to have to take that price up just a little bit, because if a lot of people come, we're going to have to move the space. And so I want to really accommodate everybody, but tickets are going. I want you guys to not procrastinate. Be a leader. Get yours now. Get yours first. And make sure that you are there in the space. Coaches, parents, and girls, this space and that place is going to be for you. Thank you, ladies.
Oh,
thank you, mother and duo,
Awesome.
Courtney
Night
and
of fellowship. We love
yes,
it.
Carrington Shaw. I love you all, and again, I'm just super excited for what God has in store for all of us moving forward. And listen, this is Grace in Motion. Y'all have a beautiful night.
Good night.